do you... I hate charades. I'm so bad at this
I was
game.
pretending to clap.
Hi, everybody. I'm Miss Gianna.
And I'm Mr. Matt.
And this is Awesome Announcements. We're so excited to see you guys today. And we have an important announcement, and that is, it is time to give in your offering for our offering project.
Yep.
So if you guys brought any kind of money, you can give it to your leader, or you can put it into the offering bin at the front, and make sure you do that right now. All right, guys? And that's it.
No, we have another announcement.
We have another announcement.
Yeah, remember? It's that time. It's that time for the pizza draw!
It's not that time. I'm so sorry. And I know it usually is. It's the second weekend of the month. And that's normally when we do the pizza draw. But it's not for this month.
Oh.
But I'll tell you why. Because it's actually something pretty cool.
Okay.
We're going to do one super big draw for the whole summer and September all in one go in October. So if you did your July challenge card and your August challenge card and you do your September challenge card too, you have 3 chances in the draw to win. Not just one.
No way. 3 chances. Wow, that's amazing.
And it gets more amazing because we're going to give you a super cool one. You won't win just a pizza. You're going to win a pizza dinner and some fun prizes.
Yes! I can't wait.
Me neither. So make sure you guys have done your July and August and September ones at the end of this month and hand all of them in. If you missed doing one of your summer ones, you can still go back and do the challenges if you have the card and still give them to me. Nice. So you want to make sure you do them all to get all 3 shots at winning the draw. So keep doing them, and then we'll do it in the second week of October.
That's right. And you can hand them in to your leader or your Children's Ministries pastor at your campus.
Or you can even use the QR code on the back to hand them in digitally, and I'll still get it.
Wow. That sounds like lots of ways to do it. You know what? And we believe in you. We know that you can do it. Make sure you guys get them handed in. And am I missing any announcements, or is that the end?
That'll be it, because we'll do the cool pizza draw on the second week of October.
I'm so excited, and we hope you are too. Thank you guys so much for joining us today for our awesome announcements. See you next time.
Howdy, friends. I'm Tiny Tim.
And I'm Miss Tara, and we are so glad to be here with you today. Hey, Tiny Tim, didn't you tell me today is your first day of soccer for the season?
It is.
And are you excited?
Well, I've got my bag packed with everything I think I'll need. Here is my water bottle.
That's great. I think you'll need that.
And I've also got my new cleats.
Wow, those are some nice cleats.
Oh yeah, and I've got my soccer club jersey. And my socks too.
You'll be looking like a soccer player now, but you don't look very excited, Tiny Tim. Don't you want to go?
Oh, I do very much, but it's just I overheard that there might not be a coach for my team.
Oh, have you played with this team before?
Well, yeah.
And have you always had a coach?
Yeah, always.
Well, you gotta have faith that it will happen again and that a coach will show up.
Faith?
Yes, actually, our story today is about how God is faithful and He will do what He says He will do over and over again. Why don't we check it out? And then we can talk a bit more about your soccer team afterwards, okay?
Okay, sounds good.
Joshua was the new leader of Israel. He had led the Israelites to the edge of the Jordan River. God had promised Abraham that his descendants would live in Canaan. The only thing keeping the Israelites from the land God promised to them was the Jordan River. The people camped next to the river for 3 days. Then Joshua said, "Get ready. Tomorrow we are going to cross the river." The river was wide and deep. The Israelites needed help crossing the river. God was going to help them. God gave Joshua special instructions for crossing the river. They did everything God told them to do. Some of the men carried the ark of God ahead of the people. The men carrying the ark walked to the edge of the river. Joshua said to the Israelites, "Listen, God is going to do something great. When these men carry the ark of God into the river, God will stop the water in the river." The people watched. Everyone got ready to cross the river. The men carrying the ark took a step into the river. God did something great. He made the water stop. All of the Israelites safely crossed the river on dry ground. The men carrying the ark stood in the river until everyone had crossed over to the other side. Then God told Joshua what to do. "Pick up 12 stones from the middle of the river where the men are standing. Carry them with you and put them down where you spend the night tonight," God said. God had a plan for the stones. He wanted the stones to be a memorial. A memorial is something that helps you remember an event or person. When the people saw the stones, they would remember that God helped them across the river. In the future, when children saw the stones and said, "What are these stones?" the people could remember what God did to help the Israelites. They would tell their children that God stopped the water in the river. The Israelites did exactly what God told them to do. They picked up 12 stones and made a memorial. Now the men carrying the ark of God were still standing in the river. Finally, when the stones were moved and the people were on the other side, the men crossed with the ark. As soon as they crossed the river, the water began to flow again. The river was wide and deep, like it was before.
Joshua set up stones so the people would remember how God helped them move into the promised land. Jesus told his friends to remember that he died for them. At church, people celebrate the Lord's Supper. The Lord's Supper is a special time to remember that Jesus died to save people from sin and that Jesus is alive again.
Wow! The Israelites faced some challenging situations, yet God was really training them to trust him by showing them that he would do what he said he would do over and over again.
Right. And what God says he will do, he does it. He doesn't let us down, and he is faithful not once or twice, but over and over and over again.
Is that what being faithful means?
Yes. God never changes and always keeps his promises. In the same way he was faithful to the Israelites, he was faithful to us today. That's our bottom line. God is faithful. He is always with you. Let's all say that together.
Let's do it. God is faithful. He is always with you.
Our Bible verse this month reminds us that we find our strength, courage, and hope in God alone. Shall we give it a try?
Okay, let's have everyone stand up and say our verse together. Are you guys ready? Because I know I am.
Okay.
All right. Have I not commanded you? Be strong and courageous. Do not be afraid. Do not be discouraged. For the Lord your God will be with you wherever you go. Joshua 1:9.
That was fantastic. I think we can say it with a little more enthusiasm and energy once more.
Let's do it.
All right. Okay.
Have I not commanded you? Be strong and courageous. Do not be afraid. Do not be discouraged. For the Lord your God will be with you wherever you go. Joshua 1:9.
That was awesome. You can sit down now, friends. Knowing that God keeps his promises and will always be with us through everything we face.
That means he is faithful.
Exactly.
I guess that means I don't have to worry about not having a soccer coach.
That's right. Just like the Israelites believed and trusted that God is faithful and would take care of them.
I can trust God with everything I face, including not having a coach.
Uh-huh. And the Israelites didn't want to forget that God was faithful. So that's why they took 12 stones from the bottom of the Jordan River and piled them up. Then, every time they saw those stones, they would remember what God did for them when they crossed the Jordan River. God is faithful. He is always with us. We can trust him.
That is so helpful to remember. I'm not going to worry about my soccer coach. I'm going to leave it with God and trust him to provide because God is faithful and he is always with me. It's been awesome being with you guys today. Thank you for helping me understand this important truth from God's Word.
Sure thing. Anytime. We'll see you next time, friends.
I gotta get to practice. Bye!
Bye.
Great is thy faithfulness, O God my Father. There is no shadow of turning with thee. Thou changest not, thy compassions they fail not. As thou hast been, thou forever will be. Great is thy faithfulness, great is thy faithfulness. Morning by morning, new mercies I see. All I have needed, thy hand hath provided. Great is thy faithfulness, Lord, unto me. Great is thy faithfulness. Great is thy faithfulness. Great is thy faithfulness. Great is thy faithfulness. Come on, now sing it. Great is thy faithfulness. Great is thy faithfulness. Great is thy faithfulness. Great is thy faithfulness. Summer and winter and springtime and harvest. Sun, moon, and stars in their courses above. Join with all nature in manifold witness to thy great faithfulness, mercy, and love. Great is thy faithfulness. Great is thy faithfulness. Morning by morning, new mercies I see. All I have needed, thy hand hath provided. Great is thy faithfulness, Lord, unto me. Great is thy faithfulness. 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 Great is thy faithfulness.
The Lord is my strength.